How's it going, everybody? Today, we're going to be talking about a resource that if you manage it correctly can catapult you to super early game success. And if you spend it willy-nilly, it can absolutely wreck you. This resource is time-gated or pay-gated to the highest degree in Kingdom Arthur. And I am, of course, talking about the Awakened materials. And no, I'm not talking about the statues you can just farm from the favorite dungeon. I'm talking about these pedestals. These pedestals can be found in one of three, well, I guess 4 places if you include offers. The clan shop, where you can buy 10 weekly, as you see I already bought 10 weekly. Or in the Forbidden Dungeon shop, where you can buy 20 monthly. Now, basically per month, this means you're going to get 60 pedestals between these two stores. So your constant source of these pedestals is going to be the Forbidden Dungeon. Now, while you're climbing through the dungeon, you are going to be unlocking a bunch of these along the way. Not from every single one, but I believe it's like every 4th or 5th mission. You're going to be getting like 2 pedestals in the early game. Then as you start getting further down, it becomes like 6. I think the last one I got was 8. And as you get deeper into the dungeon, you can see if I farm this pedestal now, I can actually get 3. So I can get 15 per day here. If I go to the one above me, it's going to be 2 per day. And if you're in the first 30 floors, it's going to be 1 per day. Now, I assume this means that once I beat floor 90 and I move on over into the floor of faculty, I don't know how to say that word, I'll be able to farm 4 a day. Now, I'll be getting 20 a day. And by then, it's a lot healthier. You can actually get a lot more people equipped as you go. But the cost of upgrading characters is not nothing. Let's talk about why this is so important, why this opens up so many doors. And example A is going to be my Vedivir. As you can see, I have him fully awakened. He has all these purple stars equipped. And because he has all these purple stars equipped, he actually has access to all of his gear sets. These 3 bottom keepsakes. Now you see, I do have the strafe set equipped right now. The strafe set, so when a target dies, gain attack increase for the rest of the battle, charges attack gauge by 100%, so he immediately gets another turn, and he drains a percentage of damage dealt. So this is absolutely absurd. Let's go see this in action real quick. I'll just use it against, let's just take a very easy fight, although I do use it in a lot of things. Sure, the Fire Dragon. I'm still stuck on difficulty 9 for now, but I'll show you why this set is absolutely game-changing on this one character. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll just basic with Merlin. Let's get a defense down out there. And now watch what Bedivere does. So he's going to get an instant kill here. His passive procs. He gets to go again, which is going to help his passive come off cooldown. And then I'm going to be in a better position to tackle the boss. And it's just sort of this sort of snowball effect that having a gear set on a character that does damage really, really helps you out. Now, it's important to note that when you're facing off against these bosses, hopefully I can get to that point real quick. Hopefully this doesn't eat it. And it should do the special just so it doesn't eat passive. This is going to reset in between bosses. So now that we're on the next level of boss, we'll go ahead and I'll start attacking the front leg. So make sure it dies. Let's get defense down on the front leg. Oh, it did not land. I don't know if we'll get the kill here, actually, because of that. I take it back. We'll get the kill, and he gets to go again. So now I've isolated a piece on the enemy. I get another turn, so I just get some free damage. And so you can see why this set is incredibly powerful, right? Otherwise, I don't get those extra turns. I don't get to save myself from those enemies that would have taken attacks. It'd be a huge headache. But it's a big investment to unlock all those purple stars, especially on these legendary characters. Let's talk about some breakpoints real quick. So, if I go to, who's going to be a good example? Somebody has no awakened. Lot. So if I go over here to Lot and I check out his awakened, well, I can see right here it cost me 20. I don't have any pedestal costs here. Now, I believe I probably can do this to Arthur. He's a rare, so it's going to cost less for him. Yeah, you can see it costs 10 because he's a rare character. So if I go ahead and awaken him, it's going to unlock his belt slot. So it unlocks the first slot. And then the second awaken also costs absolutely no pedestals. And if I awaken this one, now it starts costing pedestals. For a rare, it costs 5, I believe. For a legendary, it's going to cost, I know I have one ready to go. Somebody I want to put some stuff on, but I'm being very careful. Yeah, here we go. Surg. If I go over to Surg, it's going to cost him 10, right? And this unlocks your magic orb slots. So let's just talk about those 2 items real quick, because they are so important. Let's go to a character I actually have stuff on. Sure, we can go to Bedivere here, although it's not going to be the best example. So on the belt, we have a lot of great stats to put on there. In fact, let me go change stats. Let's pull up the website and I can show you how these keepsakes are just so dang important. Absolutely phenomenally important. So here we go. Let's find the keepsakes. So the belt can roll with attack, but it could also roll with effect accuracy, which is a crazy impactful stat for controlling characters. But as we just saw, we don't need to use any pedestals to unlock the belt. So the belt we don't need to be too careful about. The magic orb is where you need to start using pedestals, though not too many. The belt can roll with attack speed. Fantastic. And then the banner rolls with some of the best stats. I think crit damage, crit rate, piercing, and I guess flat attack is somewhat okay, but not the greatest, right? So that's where we start getting really expensive. Now the banner, for those of you who don't know, only gets unlocked, let me find it, on the final star. So the banner slot is locked on the final star. So why am I bringing all this up? Let me tell you why I'm bringing all this up. Because I was bringing characters willy-nilly up to like 4 and 5 stars for no reason. I don't know why I was doing that. I think that there's something in my monkey brain that was saying like, oh, I use this character all the time. Let's get a stat increase on them. But the actual stat increase that you get from the Awakened is very minimal. So let me actually do an example of that. It's going to hurt me because I do want to bring my Lancelot up to 6 here, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Go to Surge. I'll do him eventually. I don't have enough wolf tokens for him, so I have to find somebody else. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do her eventually as well. So this is going to cost me 10. Now, keep an eye on the sort of stat gain that we're going to get from this, okay? So the stat gain that we get the orb slot unlocked for her. That's good, because I do want to get some speed on her so she could spam her abilities, or at least spam energy to me. We didn't see the stat increase. I didn't get to see it. I'm not doing another one. I don't want to do another one. I don't want to waste my pedestals. They're too important. Why didn't we see the stat gain on that one? Oh, it doesn't even give you stat gain. Okay. So it does give you a stat gain. Okay, it's going to make me do it, isn't it? For a 4. What I'm trying to relay to you guys, I don't want to do it. What I'm trying to relay to you guys is that the stat gain we get from spending the pedestals is nowhere near worth it. What we want to do, I'm going to do it for you guys. Oh, I don't have these. I can probably get them though. Yeah. Oh no, I can't. All right, let me find a character I can do this for. Oh god, this is a terrible idea. I'm going to do this for you guys, okay? I'm doing it for you guys. I'm going to waste 30 pedestals on Tristan here. Because I want you guys to see the base stats increase. And I do eventually want to bring Tristan to 6 purple, so it's not a complete waste for me. But it's not really well timed. Like, I would prefer to do my Lancelot right now because I'm trying to make farming that Gorgos boss that much faster. But it is what it is. And Tristan having a little bit increased stats. No, that's the terrible way to look at it. Don't look at it that way. You want to go to the breakpoints, which is 1 purple star, 3 purple star, or 6 purple star, where you get to equip the different keepsakes. So just keep an eye on the base stats increase we get here. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, this hurts. Don't do this. The attack went up by 135. Getting that amount of pedestals, especially in the early game, when you can't farm, like, I'm lucky. I can farm, how many a day? I think I can farm 3 a day times 15 a day or something like that. I'm lucky that I can farm as much as I can. Yeah, 15 a day. When you're only able to farm 5 a day or 10 a day, it takes forever to get that up. And then it's just all about the money, right? So be super duper careful with that. Because if I go ahead and I take off, just take off the banner altogether, which by the way has crit damage, attack speed, all kinds of good stuff. Like a whole other gear piece is a crazy advantage, right? If I just take that off and I try and do the same boss that I just did, it is going to look completely different. All right, sorry about that. We had the game crash. All right, so this brings us to Bedivere not having his last keepsake and how different that's going to make this fight go. First of all, turn order is going to be off, right? Because now we're missing an entire piece of gear that had attack speed on it, that had damage on it, had crit on it, had a bunch of cool stuff on it, right? So we're missing that. But just look at the difference this is going to make in the flow of this fight. So Bedivere gets a kill, which is great, fantastic. But now the enemies are actually going to get to take some turns. And when they take turns, I'm taking unnecessary damage that Bedivere would have actually stopped because he would have killed another one, right? But it's more than that. It's also his cooldown on his passive is now thrown out of whack. Maybe it won't be if this thing lasts long enough. I'm actually going to try and kill it to illustrate a point. Alright, we didn't get a kill. Oh, we did get a kill. So just to illustrate the point. So now, also, his passive isn't available, which means he's going to do less damage on the opening attack here. Well, unless she lands the defense down, then it's going to be very similar. And she did. She landed all the defense down, so there you go. Come on! I'm trying to show a point here. Alright, his passive actually did come off with him. Anyway, I digress. You can see just the difference. Now, he's not going to, again, we could have pushed the first phase right away and been on our merry way, right? So this is a giant decrease, which leads to my recommendations when it comes to managing this resource, which is the whole point of this video, which is very important, right? Pedestals are extremely valuable, so we need to be careful on how many we spend, especially on who we spend them on. With that said, there's a couple breakpoints that I think are very valuable. First, let me re-equip this to my Bedivere before I forget that I took it off. So, honor characters that are going to be carrying the damage, like your Bedivere, maybe like your Tristan, maybe like your Kay, whatever kind of character you're using to really carry the damage. I think rushing them, their full keepsakes, is extremely important. And from there, I mean, we'll talk about sets in a different video, because it's kind of all over the place. I really like the Strife set of my damage dealers. For other characters, though, there's going to be different stopping points. Your main damage dealer, try and get the max to 6 stars as soon as you can. Lots of value in that. For your other characters, the breakpoints, I mean, it's really easy to get the first slot open, right? Which is just, it costs absolutely nothing. I can't even do it because I don't have any wolf, but it costs absolutely nothing to get your belt slot unlocked. The second one costs green statues, so that's really cheap too. Don't have to worry about that at all. And after that, the third slot, it's going to be costing us, well, 2 because it's an uncommon character. Do I have a legendary character? Okay, here we go. It's, say, upwards to 10 pedestals, still the blue statues, and that's going to unlock you an entire other piece of gear. And I think that is going to be the stopping mark for characters that you use on a daily basis. So say you use your Surg every single day when you're farming Tiger. Or let's say you use your Morgan every single day. You definitely want to have that extra equipment slot unlocked for them so that you can get an orb and get like attack speed. We've talked about in a different video, attack speed is king in this game on certain characters, especially characters like Morgan, who you need her to go first to set the stage, right? So on the characters you use daily, rush to that level 3 awakened ability, cough up those pedestals. Otherwise, save as many pedestals as you can for your big damage dealers, get them to that 6 purple star mark so they can have the entire keepsake equipment set unlocked and go from there. And I think that is going to be the best advice for people who want to push the game as quickly as possible. And once you have that done, let's say, like me, you unlock Bedivere. I think he's probably going to be in a banner coming up. You unlock Bedivere, you max him out. Your control characters, like your Merlin, like your Morgan. Hey, maybe in a healer like Jill, you see I did just bring her to 3. I finally learned from her, and I brought her up to 3. I did not bring her up to base stats for no reason, right? So I got her up to 3, so she does have her orb. She's got attack speed on it. I think this is going to be the best way to get the maximum benefit from this. And I know you guys are thinking, Dorky, why the heck does she have a better orb than your Bedivere does? And that's only because I need Bedivere to have less speed. Unfortunately, this is just too high speed from a Bedivere. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let the video end there. Let me know what you guys think. If you have counterpoints that you've been playing the game a lot, you want to get those other, please let us know in the comment section below. I'm definitely still learning, open to any sort of other different viewpoint on takes on this. The damage just doesn't seem worth it to me. But unlocking the gear slots for the characters you use daily, that seems worth losing the minimal pedestals for. And your damage dealers, to the moon, baby. Because they're going to be nuking bosses for you. When they get those sets, when they have that extra slot, they can have crit damage, crit. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so nice. Anyways, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye, everybody. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.